the exhilaration just like stopped. It would not go faster. Hey guys, it's Cute Steph and welcome back to another video. Today is going to be a story time. I definitely have an interesting story to tell you guys that actually happened just over the weekend. As you can tell by the title, my car broke down, so I'm just going to tell you the story of how that happened, and it's kind of terrifying. I've seen recently this girl at my school that I'm friends with, she got in a car accident, and that kind of shook me for a second because I was like, what are the odds, you know? And it was really scary. Thank God the car got totaled, yeah, but the two people that were in the car are totally fine. But it was definitely terrifying because something really bad could have happened to them. This obviously isn't a car accident, but it is car trouble. Car things are pretty scary. Cars are complex, and car trouble is scary and accidents are scary. So basically I'm going to tell you what happened to me. This was on Saturday, and for a while my car's kind of been like, I've noticed that sometimes it doesn't start as quick, as in like I'm on the road, maybe I'm turning onto a street, and sometimes it needs an extra little, whoa, sorry, I just clapped really loud. Maybe it needs an extra tap of the foot pedal to finally like get going. Sometimes I have to press it harder than I usually do to get it started. I've just like noticed like little things. I never knew what it was. Me, my sister, my friend Grace, Sammy, and Emmy were all going out to this neighborhood. Basically, I'm in this class right now, which is like the history of where I live, and we're doing this project where we research certain neighborhoods around us. And so it's like a filming project, so I was going to bring my camera and record some things, and then we do a little voiceover and talk about the history of the area. And I thought it's a pretty fun project. I still have this weekend to do it, but I wanted to do it a weekend early so that I'd get it all done. But because of what happened, I couldn't, so now I have to kind of rush it. So I wanted to get it done early, basically. So I had this group of friends with me, and we were just gonna go to the neighborhood, which we had to get on highways and stuff and get there. My car seemed fine. Like, we were just driving, and on the highway we were listening to music, and it was kind of loud in the car, sure, because I mean, we're teenagers, you know. All of a sudden Sammy is like listening, and I was just driving like normal. She's like, what is that sound? We're all like, what? She's like, it sounds like your car, Steph. Like, it sounds like your car is doing something, Stephanie, like blah blah blah. And she started like freaking out. She was like, you need to kind of hear this. And Grace was like, don't freak her out, don't freak her out. After the fact, we're like, yes, she needed to freak out because I mean, this was something big. We turned the music off and we all kind of shut up for a second, and we hear this At first we thought it was like a tire, like maybe we popped a tire and it was just like that was the sound of it going on the road. Luna. It turns out it wasn't. And so we hear that sound, and luckily I'm on, you know, Google Maps, and Siri or whatever is telling me get off at this exit. So we get off, and so I kind of slow down, and then I realize like I can't, you know how to maintain a speed, sometimes you have to hit the gas a little bit to make sure you're staying like 40 miles per hour. You'll like keep pressing it, so you have to like keep it constant. I realized as I was going off this exit that I couldn't like maintain my speed. Like it kept slowing and slowing down, and I was like, what? And I kept pressing my pedal, and the exhilaration just like stopped. It would not go faster. And so I was kind of freaking out because, you know, there's cars behind me, and I was like, oh crap. So everybody's like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, because all we hear is like the engine just like dying, and the engine keeps getting louder and louder. The t-t-t-t is turning into ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. We get off the exit. Thank goodness we got off that exit. Like, imagine if we were still on the highway and this happened, and I'm like stopped in the middle of the highway. Like, I don't even want to think about it. We got so lucky that we at least got off the highway. So we get off the exit, and I'm trying to go, and we see like this parking lot right next to us. In the area that we were, like the businesses around were all closed. We were like not in a poppin' area, so there's this empty parking lot. Everybody in the car were just like, okay, go park in that parking lot and then we could deal with this. Luckily, the lane that the exit was on, it turned onto this lane that was only a turn right lane, so it basically wasn't a main road luckily, I'm in this lane, I'm trying to turn into the parking lot, but my car just stopped right in the middle of the lane. I pulled up as much as I could to the curb before it just finally gave out. I was just in awe because I was freaking out. I felt so bad for everybody in the car. Like, what if something happened? I just felt bad because we were gonna go do something and I was thinking it would be fun. I felt so bad. And also, like, my car, we don't know what's happening. I wanted to get my school thing out of the way, but that was out of the picture now. Immediately, everyone starts getting out of the car. I was kind of still sitting there. I put the hazards on because they were all instructing me on what to do. I knew what to do, but I was kind of slow at it because of the moment. I put the hazards on, put it in park, turned off the car, and I got out of the car, but luckily we were in that turning lane, so everybody that would come all went around, and they knew what was wrong because they saw a bunch of girls standing on the sidewalk next to the car. They kind of knew it was a problem. So I was literally shaking. I remember just like everybody rushed out of the car. I was a little slower than everyone because I was like, what is happening? When I got out of the car, I only teared up a little bit. I think I was more in shock maybe, but I was surprisingly calm. Like, I was just like, Beth, called Dad, and luckily our parents came. We were 25 minutes away from our house. We had to wait there for quite a bit. Maybe we were probably closer to our house than that. I don't even know. Yeah, so that was really freaky. The engine just stopped working. And it is an old car, so I understand what happened. Now we're in the process of like, do we want to buy a new engine or a new car? And yeah, so we're kind of in that debate right now. One funny thing to say is Sammy, who was in the car, she hung out with her other friend that night, later that night, and her friend got a flat tire and had to pull over too. It was such bad luck for her. I don't really know what else to say. Basically, the rest of the day we just my mom dropped us off at a mall so that we could do something. I got my homecoming dress. That's a plus. Then we just kind of chilled at Emmy's house. It was definitely a learning experience. I hope it doesn't happen again. And my dad said that he's never had this happen to him, like where his engine like stops or whatever. It's not a very often thing, I figure, so hopefully it won't happen again, cross our fingers. So thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this story time. Be sure to like and comment on this video. All my social medias are in the description, and if you're too lazy to do that, just follow me anywhere at CootStuff, the same way it's spelled here. And my merchandise is below, so if you want to get a CootStuff shirt, follow the first link in the description. And if you're not already a Cootie, be sure to subscribe to be a part of the Coot clan, and I'll see you guys in next Friday's video. Bye!